I think the public is really interested in models, but we could have easily been a cheesy model reality show. I think the subject of it is secondary to the crew and the integrity that we had. We weren't trying to make TV, like just crazy TV to watch. You know, I wanted to make sure that the show stuck to the truthfulness in the modeling industry. I was like, this is not Fear Factor modeling. They're not gonna bungee jump and take a picture. That would never happen in the modeling industry.
We are going to suspend you from this ledge and shoot you guys hanging over this hole.
I don't want to do this, and I'm very scared.
Today, you girls are doing your photo shoot high above the ground. You're gonna be hanging off this. Today, you guys are doing your photo shoot here in the Macau Tower, 764 feet above the ground.
The runway ends here, but it begins there.
You know, so just all of that integrity. And then we tried to treat it almost like a movie, where we begin scenes and end scenes very strong, as if it was a scripted scene, even though nothing is scripted. All the way down to how the film looked. I sat with the post-production people and made sure the film had a certain quality so it didn't look like video, that it looked a little bit more like film. Just every little aspect of it, I think, raised the bar for reality television, and that's why we coined the phrase dramality, because it's more of a drama than a reality show.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be all weak in front of you, but I'm just so lightheaded.
Take our phone.
Today you guys are gonna learn about editing.
I think when people heard that, you know, I was doing this show and was gonna show all the difficulties and all the hardships that are involved with the modeling industry, people kind of rolled their eyes and kind of just said, oh, whatever. Even the modeling industry, you know, I would hear little gossip things and they'd be like, why is Tyra doing that? And then when the show came on television, people were like, oh, wow. And I think that America has a new respect for models and what they go through.
You're going to do a shoot that is based on the freak show circuses at the turn of the century. This shoot is going to be very, very dark and moody and...
I'm in this metal cage, just blood and raw meat in there. It's a little sick and twisted.
You're going to be posing with homeless partners. Let's go and take a look at the runway. It's again to entice the audience, to make it something new, something special.
Before they thought it was just pretty girls and, you know, they didn't even think models had personalities. Now they see people crying and cheering and acting out, acting a fool or being victims of all different types of things. And I think it humanized the whole fashion industry and models. I knew it would be successful because I'm a perfectionist. I was in that editing bay every single day, sometimes 7 days a week, you know, especially when we got toward the end. So I knew that it would be successful. I knew a lot of people would like it, but I didn't know it would be so phenomenal and, you know, you'd have these diehard fans and that the numbers would be so high.
Your wardrobe today?
J Manual tells us that we're going to be wearing dead animal carcasses. So I have to wear beef panties.
We're gonna bring you some little fish and some seaweed.
We have dead fish attached to us.
How's it smell, Danielle?
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Ah! Fish juice.
Fish juice? Work with it, girl.
After we wrapped the first season, I had a meeting with all of our crew. And I explained to them that I did not want us to be an imitation of ourselves. I didn't want us to try to find another Robin or another Elise or another Adrian. I wanted to act as if the show never happened and to think of totally different personalities, just people that were fresh and new, whether it's physical or their personalities, because I think if we tried to be an imitation of ourselves, the public would see right through it and turn the channel. This group is extremely diverse, and I must say that I have to thank UPN for being so open-minded when it came to the racial makeup of my cast. It's very diverse. I have a girl that's half Caucasian, half Filipino. I have a girl from the Middle East. I have a girl that's a Latina type, Afro-Latina to African Americans. We have a half Mexican girl. I mean, we have a very nice mix. This season we have a plus size model and a short model. First season, I wanted a short model so bad, but we couldn't find one that was strong enough. If you have a girl that's 5'6", facially, she has to be so strong that she can stand up next to the other girls. And this year, we have a girl that is like that. Her name is Janasha. So, and we also have a plus size girl. And when we think plus size, you know, when you look at her, people are like, she's not plus size, she's normal. And yes, she is normal sized. But in America, in the fashion industry, that's called plus size.
How do you feel about being the only plus size model here?
I'm sure of myself, and you know, that's who I am, so that's fine.
It's sad, but you know, slowly things are changing. We had a lot of meetings with trying to decide what we were gonna have them do this season, because I was like, we covered everything. We did beauty shots, we did runway, we did movement, we did all these things that I thought were the only basics that existed in the modeling industry. But then I sat and I talked to some people and we found 10 more things in the fashion industry that we didn't even touch on last season. So that's all I can say is 10 more very strong things, but again, it's not shock television.
Now there's a twist. We are actually going to switch your ethnicities.
That looks like you're taking a nap. You need it to look like you're brutally killed.
Today, we're actually going to do a photo shoot about the horrible impacts of smoking. This is hideous.
This used to be a former slaughterhouse. You're gonna be walking down a path where Cobra Snake can find you to take your picture. Looking beautiful, not scared. Oh! You look scared. Stop!
It's what is real in the fashion industry. There's all different types of ways you can be discovered to be a model. There's some that had no idea. They're gawky. They're the ones that are just kind of awkward in school. And then this scout comes up to them and they're like, huh, me? Everybody says I look weird, you know? And then there's the ones that are on our show. All of these girls want to be here. We didn't find anybody walking down the street and you know, discovered them that way. So these girls, if they want this, they should know this and they should study this industry. And they should come to this show, especially with it already airing last season, with some sort of knowledge, with some sort of education about the industry. I expect that of them this year. So there's actually two things as a model that you need to know how to deal with. The first is criticism.
We have to face it that we are in the fashion industry. If you don't fit the clothes, you don't work.
I feel like her body type isn't plus size and it isn't model size.
I think that she should gain weight and become a plus size model.
What are you eating?
I have gained a little bit of weight, yeah.
Remember, as a model, it's your job to maintain your size.
Okay.
You will be criticized in front of your face. You will be criticized behind your back. And you need to know how to deal with that. You need to separate who you are as a person from your outer being and your product. And know that when they're talking about you, it's just that product thing. It has nothing to do with who you are inside. And it's very important to separate that, because if not, all types of things can happen. Eating disorders, depression, you know, all different types of things can happen. The second thing is mastering rejection. Every model gets rejected. You could be Cindy Crawford, Heidi Klum, Giselle, me. We continue to get rejected. Every client doesn't want to book me. Every client does not want to book Heidi. And you have to be on the phone with your agent like, okay, they said I was okay. And you just have to separate yourself from your product.